other concepts like, so yesterday we have seen user defined methods, right? Only without parameters we are passing to that methods. Now today we are going to see with parameters. Okay, how to pass with parameters in methods. Okay, so actually, సో నార్మల్గా అసలు మెథడ్ సింటాక్స్ ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే, సో ఎస్టర్డే మనం చూసాము, బట్ అగైన్ ఐఎమ్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయినింగ్ యూ. యాక్సెస్ మాడిఫైయర్ ఉంటుంది. సో యాక్సెస్ మాడిఫైయర్ అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ రిటర్న్ టైప్ మీన్స్ ఒక డేటా టైప్ ఉంటుంది మెథడ్కి, రిటర్న్ టైప్. సో రిటర్న్ టైప్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఏ డేటా టైప్. ఓకేనా, రిటర్న్ టైప్. నెక్స్ట్ సో మెథడ్ నేమ్. సో రిటర్న్ టైప్ డేటా టైప్ ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత దానికి మెథడ్ నేమ్ ఇవ్వాలి కదా, మెథడ్ నేమ్ అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఓపెన్ బ్రేస్ అండ్ క్లోజ్ బ్రేస్. ఇది మెథడ్ సింటాక్స్. సో నార్మల్ గా ఇలా ఉంటుంది. యాక్సెస్ మోడిఫైయర్, రిటర్న్ టైప్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఏ డేటా టైప్. సో మెథడ్ నేమ్. సో ఇన్ జావా హౌ టు క్రియేట్ యూజర్ డిఫైన్డ్ మెథడ్స్ వెరీ సింపుల్. సో అందులో అర్థం కావాల్సిన పని ఏం లేదు. జస్ట్ యాక్సెస్ మోడిఫైయర్, రిటర్న్ టైప్ ఉంటుంది, మెథడ్ నేమ్ ఇట్స్ ఫాలోస్ ఆఫ్ ఓపెన్ బ్రేస్ and close brace. This is enough. Okay. So we have access modifier. So we have access modifier means public. We are using public. Now, so you can use any type of access modifier and you can use any type of return type. You can use method name. So public is an access modifier here. And so let me take one data type is int. Okay. Now this time int. Now, so after that method name kada. So I am taking some as a method name of open brace, close brace, right? So it return ఒక 10 value వేద్దాం. 10 is returning. So whenever you calling the sum method, this will return 10 value, right? So see, access modifier, return type, sum. So return. So this is the syntax for method creation. There is no difficult to understand, right? Okay, now and also there is one method. There is one type of method like public, and this time return type is wide. Okay, wide and some method name. So wide also wide also a data type, but it return nothing. Okay, I'll show you how to call wide method. Okay, so main method also a wide method, so I'll show you. Okay, this is also some like this. This is the structure of method actually. So I am taking a public as a access modifier, integer return type and some. See, if it is return type is a int value, you return a int value. I am returning int value. See, the same, let me create a class and return that. Okay, this one will return. Then we will go further methods. So class test, this is my test class. Now, so within the class we have what we have: public, static, void, main, string, array, aux. So this is, so let me say system.out.println, right? So let me give some statement here. Welcome to Java. Okay, I'm giving welcome to Java. So let me save this first. So how we can save it is, so test dot Java. Okay, I'm saving here test dot Java. I'm saving here. So let me go to my where I am saving this Java day one. So within this Java we have, so I am saving. So there is no class file we have. So as of now, CMD. So now Java C. What is your class now? Test Java. Okay, compilation success. Now Java test. So welcome to Java is printed for us. Okay. Now, now how to create user defined method, right? So our own methods. So public int sum of open brace and close brace. And so int return a value, right? You have to return a value 10. So return 10. I have to return. So return is a keyword. It return small letter only, this one. This sum method returns 10. Okay. Now I am saving this program. Just I am saving this. See, while you write a method, don't write this method inside a method. Okay. మనకు మెయిన్ మెథడ్ ఉంది కదా, అందులో రాయకూడదు ఈ మెథడ్ ఎప్పుడు. సో మెథడ్స్ ఆర్ ఇండివిజువల్. సో వన్ మెథడ్ కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాతే యూ హ్యావ్ టు స్టార్ట్ అనదర్ మెథడ్. ఆర్ ఎల్స్ బిలో రాసుకోవచ్చు, ఆర్ ఎల్స్ స్టాప్ లో కూడా పెట్టుకోవచ్చు, నో ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే. సో లెట్ మీ సేవ్ దిస్. ఓకే. హౌ టు కంపేర్ Java C and Java. See, the matter is not printed here. Why it is not printed? Because you are not calling that method. So there is no connection to execute this method, right? So that means someone should be called to this method from main method. So the main method only is the starting point execution, right? So if you want to call this method, who has access to call? So who has access to call? Your class object. So you have to create object. How to create object? So in order to create object, whatever the class name you have, that class name. So test, right? So test, that class name test space. Then so the name of the class name, you can give any name. T equals. So if you want to create an object, there is a keyword called new test of object creation. This is the way object creation, but for this particular class. So what is the object name? T. So this is a T. I am referring this to T. Okay. So now T dot sum method, sum of. So this every statements ends with a semicolon. So what this sum returns? Int, right? So now I am taking int. I am assigning some new variable name. So return type, right? Return type int, right? So that you have to capture, right? So you can take any variable name. Result. Okay. So system dot out dot println. So whenever you call this sum method will return 10. So that 10 will be stored in the result. So that value is stored in results. Int only, right? That's why I'm taking it here. So now you can give the system out dot println result. So let me save and see what happens. We'll see. So simple. Java C. See, welcome to Java and 10. That value is printed successfully. Okay. So this is we have seen yesterday as well. So how to create the user defined methods in Java. Now there is a way to create method as well. So I said, right? See. So now this main method is what type? So wide. So they're using data type is wide. Let me create wide. So public wide info. My method name is info this time of. So I said right. So void any method doesn't return, you just put a void, right? So it is doesn't return anything. That's all. So you just put system dot out dot println. Okay. So just I am info. So I am info. So now how this will call? Simple, very simple. Just t dot info. That's it. Because it doesn't return anything, right? So that's right. Just t dot info. Now it will be go inside this info method. Then it is printing here. See, let me clear this all first. Then compile it. Oh, see why this error is coming. So it is expecting semicolon because in Java every statement ends with semicolon. So save this. So now compile it. So this time there is no errors and Java test. So I am info, right? See, okay. See, just this is void. This is written int. Okay. If method does not return anything, just put it void. Okay. So inside a main method, we have to call these all methods. Those methods, okay, with the help of object. The help of so okay. Okay. Let me clear all this. Okay. So the previous class also we have discussed this user defined method without parameters passing. Now this time we'll go and create with parameters how to pass user defined methods. So now let me see. So I'm removing this all. Okay. So let me remove all these things. Okay. Only object is needed. Okay. So this time I have only class open and close and main method open and close. So this time public. So int. So I am taking sum. Okay. Sum of. So how to pass parameters within the method? So data type. So int a. So if I want to pass more than one parameter, those parameters are separated by comma. So let me put comma here and int b. Okay. So these are within inside the this one here. Okay. This will open. So it returns int right. It return right. So I want to sum this a plus b ends with semicolon. A plus b. It return a plus b. Okay. Or else what you can do simply. So create a variable int c. Int c equals to a plus b. So whatever variables you are passing here, this time what you can return, just simply you can return the c value. That's it, right? So whatever the values you are doing here, summing, then the summing value it is assigned to c. Then the c is written whenever you call the sum method. Okay. Now, so how to call this method? Okay. So I have created user defined method which is taking two parameters. Now how to call this method? Very simple. So before how we call this method? With the help of object, right? So t dot sum. Now this sum is taking two parameters, right? Now, so two are int types. So for a, I am passing 10 and separated by comma, right? So then 20 I am passing here. So this 10 is goes to a, this 20 is goes to b. Okay, very simple. These user defined methods are. So then it is summing here 10 plus 20. Then C is the value is assigned to C. Then C is written to E. Okay. Then that we have to capture, right? Again. So simple. So this sum method is written what type? Return type int, right? So then int result. So result is equals to t dot sum. Now system dot out dot println ends with semicolon. That result you can put within the sys out. Yeah, simple, very simple. This one. So you can say, okay, object creation. This is okay. Let me say some space between these two. Okay. Okay. Let me save this and run this. We'll see. So the C value will printed. We'll see. So clear this all. So first compile it. So auto compile Java C test.java. Then so Java test. See 30. 30 is printed. Yes or no? 30 is printed. So this is parameterized method. So this is parameterized method. Result value is, so let me concat it. So let me again compile it. So yeah, result value is 30. So this is parameterized method. How many methods? See, how many values we are passing? Two parameters. So this is moment parameter passed to some some two parameters. This is two parameters. Two parameter passed to some method of what type? Int type. Of type int type. So this is test object creation. Test object creation, and this is invoking. Invoke or calling some method. Yes or no? Some method. So invoking or call some method. See, comments are ignored by compiler. So those are not going to printed. Your compiler will ignore these comments. So we can put double slash is a comment. Okay, in Java. So that's why these are not going to print. Okay, comments are ignored by compiler. So this is how we can create users defined methods with, see how, if you, so let me gap it. Okay, so let me create one more method. So this is what type? Int type, right? Let me create one more type for another example. So public string, it returns string. So this is get message. So this get message will take a parameter like, so string type string msg. So your so now this time this is string, right? So whatever, so you are writing message here, right? So whatever message you are getting, you return here. So that msg you can return here, msg. Okay. So this image. So you return it. So now how to invoke this? By helping of the object, right? So how to call this get message method? Simple. So already you created object. See, one object is enough for to call all your methods in a class. Okay. Chala. If you have many methods, no need to call those many times in object. One time is more than enough. Okay. So t dot this get message. simple within the main method. So now, so this get message will take one parameter, right? So string msg. So good morning. I am putting here good morning. Morning. So now this is string value, right? It returns this get message is returning string, right? Now this you can assign string val equals to. Now let me take one system out. System dot out dot println and ends with semicolon. Don't forget semicolon and val. That val you can keep it within the face out. Now, so we'll see what happens. Okay, let me go back to CMD. Clear this all first. So now Java C, okay, compilation success and Java test. See that value good morning is printed. So good morning. So result value is that. So now here it is going to call your method. So created a method get message. It is returning one parameter. See if you want how many parameters you want, you can pass with separated by comma. Okay. Next. So this is how we can create user-defined methods in Java. So without parameters, with parameters, we have to create. Okay. There is no. Okay. Next. So these are the user-defined methods. So that's it. So let me remove this all. Okay. Let me remove this all. Okay. So two parameters we are passing this. See again I am telling you. So one method is complete in tarvate you are going to create one more method. Like yesterday I explained, right? Within the method only you can write. So now I have a class. Okay. I have a class now. So I have a main method. I have class. Within the class, I have a main method. Now, okay. So what is your class name? Test, right? So I am taking the same test of, so I am taking, so whatever class name I have, I use the same class name. Okay. I am using the same class name. So this is the method notation, right? Open brace and close brace. Okay. So method opening and closing. Within this, let me keep one statement. System dot out dot println. Println ends with semicolon. So let me keep I am in test. I am in test of. Okay. Let me say. Okay. Okay. So let me keep these are separate. So this is main method. This is test. What is the class name you have? You are just I am taking this. Now let me go and first compile it. What happens? We'll see. So Java C. So Java test. So nothing is there. No output, right? No output. That means this is not executed. Let me here in this main method, let me say, let me create object. How to create object? Test t equals to new test, right? So I'm not calling this actually. I'm not calling this. This is just object create చేశాను అంతే. Creating test object. So let me go to CMD, CLS. So Java C. Okay. See, I am in test. So see, whenever I create object automatically, see, did you call it this dot t dot something test? No, right? Whenever you create object, this particular test of is automatically called. So here, and one more thing, is there any return type here? See, if you want, you can put access modifier that is public. Okay, public or private, whatever. Okay, so save it and execute it again. Yeah, I am in test. See, this particular test of doesn't have any return type, even void also. So this is not a method. So method should have either return type or void type. It doesn't have, but it doesn't have. Only it has class name. See, suppose if I put here test1, test1. Now this is not a class name, right? So this one is not a class because test is a class. Test1 is a not a class name. Let me say I'm going to execute this. What happened? See, there is some error. So because if test1 means it is expecting method return type. Okay. Anyhow, there is no return type we have. But if it is test only class name, only class name. See, if you create this particular test of with class name, this we can call it as constructor. This we can call it as constructor. Constructor of a class. Constructor of a class. So there is no return type. It is the same of. So what is constructor? So what is constructor? Constructor, sir, is having same class name, no return type. Constructor is having same class name, no return type. Constructors are invoked automatically when objects are created. That we have seen just now, right? When objects are created, automatically constructors are invoked. Okay. Constructors are used actually. Why constructors are used? Constructors are used to initialize object. So, okay, constructors are used to initialize objects. So in our program, we created this, right? But without constructor also program executed, right? So constructors are initialized objects to use initialized objects. In your program, if programmer is not defined constructor, so if programmer is not created constructors, so a default constructor will provided by Java. Okay. ఏమంటుందంటే so whenever if you are not creating any constructors in a class, so a default constructor will be provided by Java అన్నమాట. ఓకేనా? Before also it is works, right? If programmer creates constructors, so default constructor will not be provided. ఒకవేళ ప్రోగ్రామర్ అనేవాడు ఏమైనా క్రియేట్ చేస్తే కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ అనేది, సో your Java is not provided default constructor. Okay, that we will see in upcoming sessions also in live examples and all. Okay, so just you say, you remember it. If you are creating a constructor, the default constructor will not provide it. So if you are not creating constructor, there is a default constructor internally. Okay, that's it. Okay, so how these constructors are invoked? Whenever you create objects, automatically constructors are invoked. Okay, so why use of constructors? To initialize the objects. Okay, so that's it. That is the main reason. So this is a constructor, the same class name. So there is no return type. See, and this is also a what parameter? See, what constructor it is? It is a default constructor or non-parameterized constructor. So is there any parameters taking this constructor? No, right? No. Kada. So let me create one more constructor with taking parameters. Same, you can take the same test class name, and here you can declare string MSG, and so the MSG is and concatenate MSG. See now, see how to invoke this particular constructor. See how to see whether it is invoke. First we will see whether it is invoke or not. Okay, let me save this. Let me save this. So compile it. This is not invoke. Okay, this is not invoke. So now what you have to do, you can take this test object. So this is object, right? Now, so this is, you say, see variables are not same, guys. So variable should be different, right? So you should take T2, this one. Let me say T2. Now, so now this constructor will take what parameter? String type of parameter, right? Now within this, you can assign some string value. Good morning. So good morning. See, I'm not calling this. I just created a object with parameter take one parameter it is taking. Creating object with one parameter. Meet. So now let me compile it. So great, no errors. See, that message is good morning is printed. So like this, okay, you can call or pass to constructor without parameter with parameters. So if you want to call with parameter, you can create object like this with parameter with the object parameter passing parameters, or else you can create like this. And also how this is recognized, you have a doubt, getting doubt, right? How this is invoking the based on the size of your object. So your constructor, what size it is taking one, right? So now we are also giving one. Okay, so it is automatically recognize the size of. So this particular test is invoke this test, this particular test it will be invoke this test. So based on the parameter size. See, if I want to create one more constructor, if I want to create one more constructor, let me say this is let me say this is int uh, int a separated by comma and int b. Now what should we do? So this is the value of a and b. A value or else let me say something here. No need. Let me a plus b. So we'll do summing here. Now what happens? So this already created, right? So now I just removing with this. I say here 10, comma 20. What happens? Which one will call? So this two size because it will recognize based on the size. You go there, okay, there is no error. See 30. So this MSG one is not printed because there is no size of creating this object. So that's why it will be created. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.